Ooh, what's up, y'all? This is Curly, and I want to start something new on my channel. Like, I just really want to talk sometimes, so we're gonna do story time. And I'm sorry about the noise in the background. If you hear like that little train sound, that's Christian walking through the house. And if you don't know who Christian is, that's my nephew. So yeah, he's just rolling, having a good old time, screaming and all. I know some of y'all are looking at my look that I have on, and y'all are like, why she wearing the same look in 2 videos? Because I recorded them on the same day, because I ain't got time to be recording 1 video a day. Like, my life is busy. So don't fret. I'm wearing the same outfit in another video. It's okay. Go check it out, because this look is bomb. So yeah, this story time is just nothing like serious in particular or anything like that. Like, it's just what the title of this video is called. The ATM machine ate my debit card, and I didn't know how to feel about it. Okay, so first of all, I've been waiting on this check from Ulta because Ulta didn't pay me. It was, I think I had worked all the way in February, and I was supposed to get paid in March, and it is currently May. So they hadn't paid me. That's another story time in itself, because Ulta really made me mad. Like, to fire me, like, that's another story time in itself, because that was some BS. Like, I feel like I was set up and they played me. They got me good. Story time. If you want to know how I got fired from Ulta, I think I told it on my Snapchat a couple months ago, but if you want to know how I got fired from Ulta, then let me know. Leave it in the comments and I'll let you know how I got fired from Ulta. I finally got my check from Ulta, and I was like, okay, let me go cash it. So it's actually I bank with Chase, and there was a Chase down the street. So I went to the Chase down the street. Like, it's like 4 people in line for the ATM or whatever. So I'm just sitting in the line. Christian is like right here by the door. Say hi. Say hey. Yeah. Hi. Hey. So yeah, it was so many people in the line, and I'm like, I might as well just sit here. Like, ain't no point in me going somewhere else. The other one that I know of 2, and one of them don't take deposits all the time. It never takes deposits. And then the other one is like past where I live. So I'm not trying to go past where I live. I want to go do this, get some food, go straight to the house. So the 2 or 3 people before me going in, it's my turn to get to the ATM. So I stick my card in, and all of a sudden the ATM is out of service. So I'm looking at the ATM like, really? So I pull off, and it was another person behind me, and I'm like, little do you know, you can't use the ATM either. So I pull off, and I'm looking in my rearview mirror, and these people is using the ATM. Like, it is working for them. Like, they're putting their card in, they're putting their PIN number in and going through that. I'm like, play me. I'm like, let me just go find another one, because I'm not trying to come all the way back around and then they say it don't work again, so I ain't got time for that. So I looked up another ATM close by or whatever, and it was one like a mile away or whatever. It was less than a mile and a half away. So I was like, all right, let me go to this one. So at this point of the day, it's like, I think I got off work. I probably made it back to the area around 6:30. It's like 7 o'clock. And I haven't eaten since before I went to work, left to go to work, which was at like 2. So I'm like, okay, I'm hungry. Let me just go to this ATM, put the check in, and let me go find me something to eat. So all the way to the ATM, I'm thinking about what I'm gonna eat, trying to figure out if I want some Popeyes, if I want some Cane's, if I want some McAllister's. Like, do I want to eat healthy, unhealthy? What am I gonna eat? So I finally get to the ATM, and I pull out my card, and it's not like one of those drive up ATMs. It's not the one that you drive up to. You have to get out and walk up to the ATM. So first of all, that has me upset, because I have to get out my car. So I grab my car, I get out the car, and I walk up to the ATM, and I'm trying to put my card in the ATM, and I'm kind of like struggling. It's like, I'm like, why is the ATM not taking my card? So it's like hard for me to get the card in there. So I finally just push it in, and I'm like, okay, so I got my check, put my PIN number in, blah blah blah, put the check in, the check go through, whatever, blah blah blah. So I got the chip on my card, right? So I'm done with my deposit, and so it lets the ATM lets go of the chip in my card, and I go to pull the card out, and I'm phew, 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 hands slipping off of the card, and I'm like like, why is God testing my patience? Like, I'm really smiling and angry at the same time. I'm like walking, pacing, trying to figure out what can I do. Why did God let this happen to me? Like, what did I do wrong in my life for my card to get stuck in the ATM machine? So I'm steady trying to pull it out, and I'm like, what do I have in my car to get this out? So I go in my car, and it's a popsicle stick. So I get the popsicle stick and I take it back to the ATM, and I stick the popsicle stick in, thinking that it will bring like leeway for me to pull the card out. Nope, I'm just struggling. I go back to the car to find something. I'm like, maybe my hands are slippery. So I have a sock in my car. So I grab the sock, have the popsicle stick, like the sock is around my hand, and I have the popsicle stick in there, and I'm trying to pull the card out. It's not budging. I'm like, oh, at this point I am laughing out loud, like, what did I do to deserve this? So at this point I'm like, do I call my mama and daddy? What is my mama and daddy gonna do for me way in Louisiana to help me get my card out the ATM? Do I call 911? Like, is 911 gonna show up and they gonna be able to get this card out of here? Like, what is gonna happen to my ATM card? So, and I'm not, I have to woosah, I have to breathe. I'm looking around like, does anybody else see this BS that I'm going through right now? Because why did this happen to me? A little Asian man in a Mustang pulls up, and he doesn't come like over or whatever. He's standing at his car waiting on me to get done, and I turn and I look at him, and I'm like, hey, my card is stuck in here, you might not be able to use this ATM. And he's like, your card is stuck? And I'm like, yeah. So he comes up there, he like a little old man, he look like he in his like 60s or something. What is he gonna do for my card if I can't get my card out? So he starts trying to pull the card out, and he's like, yeah, my card is stuck. I know it's stuck. So he's like, well, do you want to call Chase, because maybe they can do something to help your card free? And I'm like, no. Well, you can call them, or we can call them, but the ATM let go of my chip. The card itself is not coming out. So I called Chase, and I get connected to this man, and I'm like, hello, like, yeah, I made this deposit, and my card is not coming out of the ATM. I was just wondering if there was anything that y'all could do to help me. I'm not sure if y'all can help me or not. And he's sitting here talking. He's like, let me look up the account, blah, blah, blah. Did your check go through? Yeah, my check went through, like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, sir, are you going to tell me something to help me or not? So a couple more minutes into the conversation, he's like, well, Miss Martin, unfortunately we're going to have to cancel your card and send you a new one, and it's gonna take 1 to 2 business days. Wait, run that back. How many days? Sir, I'm on the phone, and I literally said 1 to 2 business days. Sir, I need this card now. I don't have 1 to 2 business days to wait for a card. I need this card now. And he's like, well, ma'am, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, you know what? Don't even worry about it. He was like, you want to call us back? And when you call us back, we can close it. Yeah, I'll call y'all back. And I hung up. Like, when did that call? First of all, like I said, I hadn't eaten since like 1 or 2. And it's like 7 o'clock. And I need to eat. My main concern was not getting the card out of the ATM. It wasn't even that. My main concern was finding something to eat. Like, I didn't have no cash on me. I didn't have no other way to get no food. Like, my concern is what the freak I'ma eat. Like, this card has to come out because I have to go get something to eat. So somebody's gonna get this card out of here. So the Asian man, he's still over there with me, and he called Chase. So he he was like, do you want to talk to the woman? And I'm like, sure. So she asked all my information and stuff like that. I'm giving her all the information. She checked my account again and asking me if the check went through. I'm like, yes, the check went through. Why do y'all keep asking me this? My card is just stuck in the ATM machine. Can somebody get it out for me? And she was like, okay, well, we're gonna send Chase Maintenance to come help you get it out, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, why is everybody doing the most? Jesus, why are you treating me like this? Jesus, all I wanted to do was go get some food. All I wanted to go do was get a box from Cane's with an extra cane sauce with no slaw and extra fries. That's all I want to do with my life. And a fruit punch high C with light ice. That's all I wanted in my life. And you God definitely had forsaken me at that moment in time. Yeah, I was very upset about that. So So I'm still on the phone with this lady. She put me on hold or whatever. So I'm looking at the Asian man and I'm like, my card, like the ATM is not holding on to my card. If I had some pliers, I could get the card out myself. He said, oh, you need some pliers? That man turned around and went to his car and brought me back some pliers. All I had to do was open my mouth and be like, I need some pliers. And that man had pliers in his car. Thank God that Jesus sent him to the ATM, so because he needed some money too. So there was no telling what was going to become of me and my card if that man had not showed up and had the pliers in his trunk. So he came back up with the pliers and he thought about getting the card out himself, and he was like, nah, I'm gonna let you do it if you go mess it up. I said, thanks. Handed him his phone back, man. Clamped the pliers on the card, clamped the card up, pulled that bit right out. Came right out. We hung up on the people from Chase, and you know what I did? I got in my car and I went to get that Cane's. I went to get that box with no slaw, extra fries with the extra cane sauce, and the high C with the light ice. I did. Moral of the story is, if it's hard for you to get your card into the ATM, like it's hard for you to stick it in there, don't stick it in there unless you don't want it to come right back out. Because that really drove me. Like I knew it was hard to get it in there, but I had no clue that it was gonna be hard to get it out. So, but yeah. So that's how I got my car stuck in the ATM or whatever. And like I said, if you want to hear how I got fired from Ulta, that's another story. Just let me know, leave it down in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.